China, July 2, 2025. Henan Province can no longer bear it. Floods are raging in Xixia County and Nanzhou County. Roads have collapsed, and newly renovated scenic spots have been washed away. After years of economic development and road construction, they have returned empty-handed overnight. According to residents, 8 people died in a sudden flash flood late at night. Roads were cut off and vehicles were washed away. And when the vehicles were found, only torn corrugated iron sheets remained. From 9 p.m. to 12 a.m. on July 1, 2025. Taiping Town and Erlangping Town in Xixia County, Henan Province suffered extremely heavy rainfall in a short period of time late at night, with a cumulative rainfall of 225 mm in more than 2 hours, causing flash floods, causing the Shiwei River downstream to rise, damaging some facilities and trapping some people. Wooden houses where workers of a project outsourced by a Henan company lived were swept away by floodwaters. Officials said the floods have left at least 8 people dead or missing, affecting more than 6,000 people. According to official media reports, as of 7:30 p.m. on July 2, 2025, 8 people were dead or missing, with 6,751 people affected in Xixia County, Henan Province. An employee of a local government department said that after the river rose, roads, bridges and other infrastructure were severely damaged. During this time, some villagers' greenhouses were also swept away, and roadside inns collapsed or were severely damaged. The extent of the disaster is still being determined. This employee revealed that the people who lost contact this time were mainly construction workers, and these workers did not have time to evacuate. Chinese media reported that in the early morning of July 1, workers hired by Henan New Material Technology Company, who were living in prefabricated houses, were swept away by the flood. Among the missing were workers who were building the factory. The person in charge said that the company had not yet officially started operating and was still in the process of building the factory. The factory was assigned to a contractor, and the workers were brought in by the contractor. On the morning of July 1, the wooden houses where the workers lived were found to have been swept away by the flood. Guo Yi, a tourist at Laojilin Scenic Area in Xixia County, told the media that the rain became heavier around 9 p.m. soon. The inn lost power and the mobile phone signal was unstable. At around 10 p.m., water accumulated on the road near the inn and some cars were stuck. Soon, the water became heavier and the cars were swept away. Videos circulating online show that many roads in the Laojilin Scenic Area have been damaged by water, and 15 minibuses used for inter-regional transportation have been swept away, said Zhang Ningbo, general manager. The local Domdagu River, the main flood discharge channel of the scenic area, has become a river about 10 meters wide at its widest point. The muddy river water roars downstream. The riverbed is full of large and small rocks, and some of the riverbank guardrails have also been swept away, and a lot of mud and gravel can be seen on the road. The Domdagu River leads straight to the mountains. On both sides of the river are multi-story inns built by farmers themselves, mainly for tourists to rent. They all have the wonderful sounding name of Jiling Villa, numbered from 1 to more than 100. The most severely affected are number 1 and number 118. In particular, a small dam formed near number 118 villa, suddenly overflowing into the neighboring inns, quickly destroying the road and washing away the riverbank. The owner of Jiling Villa 1 is Mr. Gao, 51 years old. The first floor of his house was flooded about 1.5 meters deep, and all the furniture and electrical equipment were submerged in water. Next to number 118 is Mr. Feng's house. In the yard there is a pile of mud and rocks 1 meter thick. A large tree 7 or 8 meters long was swept away by the water, crushing 2 cars buried deep in the mud. According to local officials, the victims are mainly people staying along the riverbank. At the same time, the flood also disrupted local power supply and communications. Recently, many places in China have been devastated by floods, among which Rongjiang City, Guizhou Province has been hit by heavy rains and has become one of the most severely affected areas. Victims revealed that many hydropower plants released water at the same time, making the disaster worse, and the government has concealed the true death toll. According to CCTV News and Xinhua News Agency, Rongjiang County, Qiandongnan Prefecture, Miao Autonomous Prefecture and Dongchanan Prefecture of Guizhou Province, is located at the confluence of 3 rivers, with a population of 300,000. The county suffered a major flood on June 24, killing 6 people, affecting more than 100,000 people, and displacing more than 50,000 people. On June 28, the city suffered a second flood, destroying the old city and inundating 2/3 of the new city. Rescue teams from other places have been clearing the road for days. But in the blink of an eye, the road was flooded again, so they had to clear the mud again. According to Shangjiang Morning News, Rongjiang County has a total area of about 3,315 square kilometers. And the total rainfall during the downpour reached 663 million cubic meters, equivalent to the amount of water that poured down 46 West Lakes in Hangzhou in just a few days. Due to the influence of the upstream, the cumulative rainfall at the Juju Reservoir Station in Leishan County reached 274.4 millimeters. 9 stations in Danjai County also experienced heavy rain, causing the water level of the Dulujiang River to rise, aggravating the flooding situation. Mr. Li, a disaster victim in Rongjiang County, revealed that Rongjiang County is a basin where 3 rivers converge, but only the Duliu River drains floodwater. The floodwater upstream discharges too quickly, and the water cannot drain down, but flows back, causing urban flooding. It took us a whole month to clean up the county after the flood in 2000. Mr. Li said, the flood in Rongjiang River originates from the upstream of Sandu and Leishan. Rongjiang River originally has 2 outlets where 3 rivers converge. The outlet of the Hongyan power plant flows into Rongjiang River, and there is another outlet. A power plant was built there decades ago. If this power plant were closed and a river channel were opened directly, it would be cleared and there would be no flooding. Mr. Yang, a disaster victim in Leishan County, also in Guizhou Province, said, there are many hydropower plants discharging water at the same time, causing severe flooding. Our town was hit by the second flood and was severely affected. Many fields and houses were flooded. The worst thing is that people lost a lot of things. All of them household goods. We had to buy everything back, which made our people feel very sad. Videos circulating online show that the flooding in Leshan County happened very quickly, with many landslides, collapsed roads, mud and rocks flowing through residential buildings. Some houses were washed away by the flood, and some houses collapsed. The streets in the city were flooded and corpses could be seen in the flood. A netizen said, "I saw a news report on the media." Local people said that the cause was the discharge of water from the upstream reservoir. That is, the flood discharge. As a result, the largest flood in 50 years was released, causing great damage. The weather forecast is now very accurate. So why didn't they release the reservoir water in advance? Why did they wait until the rain was so heavy that they could no longer contain it before releasing the flood? Then they released the flood in a hurry, like a flushing toilet, releasing a lot of water. This makes people wonder, how much is a natural disaster and how much is a man-made disaster? Is the reservoir responsible for these losses? Since June 30th, volunteers have been entering John Ba Street in the Old Quarter, where the most serious disaster occurred. The lower the terrain, the more serious the disaster. The ground is covered with mud and garbage, making it impossible to pass. A volunteer said, "Many houses have been washed away. The flood has robbed all the shops. There is a terrible stench, the worst on the 4th floor. Household appliances and goods in the shops have all turned into trash. The mud here is so thick that trucks get stuck and cannot move, forcing us to pull them out."